The United States of America is known as a global superpower. Its military strength is a defining feature. But how did it achieve this level of dominance? Let's journey through history to uncover the key moments that shaped America's military might. America's journey to military power started with the American Revolutionary War. In 1775, the colonies faced a formidable opponent in the British Empire. But through unconventional tactics, alliances like with France, and sheer resilience, they won their independence. However, this wasn't yet a military power. The United States was a young, decentralized nation. Its military was small, relying heavily on citizen soldiers and militias. But the seeds of a defense-oriented mindset were planted. The War of 1812 highlighted vulnerabilities. When the British banned Washington, D.C., it became clear that a more organized military was necessary. This spurred the establishment of the United States Military Academy at West Point and investments in naval power. Then came the Civil War, America's bloodiest conflict, testing the nation's unity and leading to significant advances. Both sides deployed railways, telegraphs, and more advanced weaponry, showing how technology could redefine military might. Post-Civil War, America turned its sights westward, growing its territory and population. The Industrial Revolution provided the economy and technology needed to build a stronger military. A key figure in this transformation was Alfred Thayer Mahan, whose book, The Influence of Sea Power Upon History, argued that a powerful navy was essential for a global presence. This idea struck a chord, prompting Congress to approve the construction of a modern navy. Then, in 1898, the Spanish-American War marked the United States' debut as a world military power. Victories over Spain gave the United States control of Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines, marking a new era of influence in Latin America and the Pacific. In 1917, the United States entered World War I. With a small standing army, they relied on massive mobilization, quickly building up forces to turn the balance in favor of the Allies. Commanded by General John L. Pershing, American troops brought fresh energy to the weary European front. The American Expeditionary Forces were crucial to the victory of the Allies, giving the United States newfound military respect and recognition. Post-World War I, the United States briefly turned to isolationism, avoiding European conflicts and declining to join the League of Nations. However, the idea of having a prepared military stayed relevant, especially with rising threats from fascist powers in Europe and Japan. Then came the Great Depression, challenging defense budgets, but strategic developments like the creation of the Army Air Corps ensured America's technological edge. These efforts proved invaluable when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941. Overnight, America shifted to a full war economy, propelling it into the Second World War as a major force. World War II transformed the United States into an industrial and military powerhouse. Factories that once produced cars now made tanks and aircrafts, and America became the arsenal of democracy. The United States fought on two fronts, the European front and the Pacific front. After years of battles and staggering sacrifices, the Allies achieved victory. The use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki symbolized America's new military and technological dominance. After World War II, the United States was the only major economy which was left intact. The post-war period brought international responsibilities, including the creation of NATO and the United Nations, marking America's emergence as a global military leader. After World War II came the Cold War. With the Cold War, the United States engaged in a different kind of warfare, an ideological and nuclear one. Both America and the Soviet Union competed to build the largest nuclear arsenal and most advanced military technology. Conflicts like the Korean War and the Vietnamese War put American forces in intense, unfamiliar terrain. While controversial, these conflicts expanded the United States' military expertise and global influence. Through the space race and nuclear arms race, the Cold War fueled vast research and development, leading to technological leaps including early missile defense systems and spy satellites. The Gulf War in 1990 demonstrated America's new shock and awe strategy, showcasing precision-guided weapons, advanced aircraft, and powerful tanks. It was a brief yet highly effective campaign that solidified the United States' military prowess in the public eye. This period also saw the expansion of the United States military bases around the world, establishing a global network to respond quickly to international crises. The attacks of September 11, 2001 shocked the world and redefined U.S. military priorities. The war on terror led to invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq, marking America's shift towards counter-terrorism and nation-building. New tactics emerged, from counterinsurgency operations to the use of elite special forces, highlighting the adaptability of the United States military to modern, unconventional warfare. Today, America's military power is multidimensional. It encompasses cyber warfare capabilities, advanced drones, artificial intelligence, and even the newly established Space Force, preparing for challenges in space. The United States also relies on powerful alliances with NATO and Pacific partnerships, acting as force multipliers. These alliances ensure America's influence remains unmatched globally.